95% of our lives are run and created by our subconscious mind programming. Imagine if your subconscious mind is running many negative, disempowering, and self-sabotaging programs. How will that 95% of your life turn out to be? Would you like help to change your subconscious programming into something that works for you and set it to attract and create everything you desire? Join Tamara Oviatt in her show Metaprogramming and the Human Biocomputer here on Om Times, where she will connect to the source energy and change your subconscious programming by deleting your negative belief systems. Tamara is the founder of Sacred Activations, a subconscious metaprogramming modality that rewires your brain and shifts hundreds of your belief systems so you can break away from lack, pain, and suffering and take control of what you want to create in your life. Tamara has helped hundreds of thousands of people worldwide, and she is here to help you too. It's not about fighting what you don't want. It's about creating what you do want. And the only way to do that is to change and upgrade your subconscious programming. Let Tamara help you create magic in your world. Tune in every week at Metaprogramming and the Human Biocomputer.
Hey, welcome everybody with a new Old Time show. And this week we're going to talk about getting more clients with Sacred Activation. Before we going to dive deep, I'm going to introduce myself and tell you something what I've created with Sacred Activations, because it's quite a miracle, and it's for you to getting in touch with all the possibilities of working with Sacred Activation. So if you've got a question for people who are joining live, you can put it in the chat and I will watch it. So welcome everybody. My name is Femke van Kuijk. I'm a teacher, Sacred Activation teacher from the Netherlands. So most of the time I teach in Dutch for the Dutch speaking people. And that's why I have an accent. And I teach multiple Sacred Activations classes, the Practitioner Level 1, the Master Practitioner Level 2, and this year I first teach the Medical Intuitive class, which was very amazing. And I was looking at my system, what I've created with Sacred Activations in the past 3 years. I can't believe it myself, what I've created with Sacred Activation, because I've created a Sacred Activations business, if you would give it a name. It's I use Sacred Activations to clear subconscious belief systems, because that's what Sacred Activation does, and it's very fast, powerful technique, and it creates changes on the subconscious level, on the cell memory, and that's why I love working with Sacred Activations. And I've created over 200 products I saw in my web shop over the past 2.5 years. So I'm a master creator, and that is really something that I got access to when I started working with Sacred Activations. And on some things, I didn't even work subconsciously. It developed. Like, I started to work with Sacred Activation, following the classes by Tamara to become a teacher. And in 1 year time, everything changed. And the things that changed in my business were the most profound changes, because I got more clients for my webinars. I earned more money. I also write messages on Facebook. They were multiple read by the people. So after a while, I started to ask questions, right? What happened? Why is Sacred Activations for me different than other modalities? And that's where I found out that with Sacred Activations, you're able to change your subconscious belief system in a the most easiest and also fun way, if you ask me. So that's why I became teacher, and that's why I work almost every day with this magnificent energy and all the possibilities that working with sacred activations gave me. And there's another thing that I want to address, what working with sacred activation opened in me. It gave me access to me, who I am, on my blueprint. So I was developing on conscious levels before, but I couldn't really get access to my creator abilities. And I knew that they were there, but I couldn't get access to, and I couldn't, how do we say that? Well, I couldn't fully access it. And after a while, after following classes, everything I came up with to create, it worked. And not only it worked, clients showed up. So I'm very honored to tell you something about how I use sacred activation for creating my business. And for you, how you can do the same thing too. I channeled for this class 10 limiting beliefs. And all the limiting beliefs are also the energies which I'm going to run after the break. So I will give you some more information about the sacred activation, about the hidden belief systems. And when you get access to the energy and get access to clearing your subconscious belief system, what you'll be able to create. So let's start. One of my this sacred activations, What's Stopping You, is one of the first sacred activations I really love. And I do remember where Tamara was also given it in a free webinar. I guess she ran it, and I became so aware of my limiting beliefs. So what are your limiting beliefs, right? Because all the limiting beliefs we have, when you use it to stop you, you won't take action. And that's why I love the sacred activation. So thoughts you can discreate with this sacred activation is, I can't do that. So many people believe I can't do that. And there is a nasty thing, I would say, by I can't do that. When you think I can't do that, you immediately limit yourself. That's what is happening when you speak those words. You immediately shut down all your creative capacities. So your being, your soul, when you say I can't do that, and I can't do that, it's energy from your mind, then you shut down your creative capacities. And that was one of my most active belief systems during my whole life. I can't do that. And even, and I always going to laugh when I think about it. When I was a young girl, I was not good at sports. My eye and hand coordination wasn't a match. So when people throw the ball at me, I don't even know how, I couldn't catch it. And I followed so many classes and worked so much with the energy. And these days, if my husband throw a basketball to me, I'm able to catch it. So it even worked on those belief systems, right? I can't do that. Another limiting belief is that you think other people are better. And other people are better, then you put your energy and your power outside of you, because nobody is better. I will go deeper in this one by another example. I'm not good enough. That's also a big one. I'm not good enough. I'm not ready enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not able to do that. It's almost the same energy as I can't do that. So what's stopping you? Are you aware of the subconscious system that is coming in your awareness? Because that is something I heard Tamara talked about in classes, that sometimes we are aware about the belief systems, and you can tune into the belief systems, or you can say, no, thank you. No, this time I'm going out of the belief system. So when I'm going to run the energy, focus on why am I stopping myself? Because when you're stopping yourself, you're stuck in limitation field. So that is the first one we're going to work with later. The next limiting belief system is about confidence. And the most clients I work with have a low confidence. And low confidence is something you can easily change for yourself, because confidence is going about, am I capable of? Because sometimes with confidence, people wait. There's like a waiting mode with confidence. People think, well, I wait till next morning. I wake up fully confident and do my thing. No, it doesn't work like that. So if you sense that the low confidence is rising up in your system, then it's a good thing to write some things down. And what you can do is, like, you are capable. I mean, most of you will daily cook dinner, right? And creating your life is the same like cooking dinner, because I have to do some groceries, do some shopping. Sometimes people choose to cook, other people not, but you're really capable. And I know that you're really more capable of things you won't notice yourself. And when the low confidence energy is rising up, you have to say, whoa, what am I thinking? And does it even make sense? Is it really true that I'm not capable of doing the thing I want to do? And for instance, for me, showing up is something I do daily, weekly in all my courses. But showing up and talking English is, for me, is really there is my confidence going wooey wooey wooey. But I choose to go beyond that and to train myself and do it every time better. I mean, yeah, and then failure is also a very big program. Why people won't step up and creating clients, because failure is nothing like experience for yourself how things work for you, right? If I would never do a thing, start with something, I will be never aware what part will work for me and what part won't work for me. And that is how you handle failure. That is how you release change your focus on those feelings. Cool. When you are fully confident and are able to say to your clients, well, here I am, this is me, and I'm going to help you, and we're going to do this, that, and that, and that, and you will experience this, that, and that, and that. And when you show up full confidence, then you create an energetic bridge. I call it the energetic bridge of trust. Your clients need to sense that you are fully confident about the thing you have to offer. So what you can do is learn to speak verbally, practice in your own space, in your own private space, and learn to speak very confident. This is who I am. This is where I'm able to help with you, and let's do it. Because the other person who wants to pay you, who really wants to sense, this is the right person. He or she can help me with that. So that's where the confidence and showing up fully confident is very important. Cool. If somebody's got a question about the information, you can put it in the chat. Number 3, I wanted to talk to you about is, where do you really get excited about? Well, for me, it's talking about sacred activation and all the possibilities. You can see it. I'm starting to smile, and my energy is starting to bubble, and I really love to talk about all the possibilities, how it works, and what you can do it, and how you can access it, and how you can even get more out of it. And that's really where my passion is. When you do not have passion about it, what is a subject you have really passion about? Because when you're very passionate about something, really excited, it works like a magnet. People are sensing, well, he or she is all in about that. And it creates also trust. It's not only creating trust, but it's also creating like, well, he or she knows where they talk about, right? And when you are not excited about it, not enough excited about it, I have to. Oh, my daughter is picking it up. Yeah. The thing is, when you show up and you're insecure and you're not fully passionate about it, you won't have enough energy in your being to show up and to move beyond the fears, because there will be always sensing some fears. So this is a very good point. On the field where I want to attract more clients, is it something you're really passionate about? And where are you really passionate about? So when you take some notes, you can bring this up, put it in your head, and when we're going to run the energy, you can also match it, like, where am I stopping my enthusiasm, right? Because I was stopped in my enthusiasm. Sometimes when I'm enthusiastic, it makes other people uncomfortable. And there were some clients in the past who said, well, I'm not going to listen to you because you're too excited, right? And after a while, I started to notice that was a way that I was stopping myself, right? I was very like a young puppy, very happy to talk about some subject. So being very passionate about it, being very enthusiastic, and sometimes when you're more an introvert, right? Not everybody is extrovert, but when you're more an introvert, you can also talk with passion about what you love. And I met a woman, and she was more an introvert, but she was talking with so much passion. She was creating hats, and I really didn't like the hats, but she was talking so passionate about her work. I almost bought a hat. I mean, but I didn't like it. So to give you an example how this energy works. So when you start with creating clients, it's very important that you feel the enthusiasm about it, because it will elevate you and it will rise above some fierce energy. In this set, I'm going to give you also the nervous system upgrade. And the nervous system upgrade is really very important, because sometimes when people are procrastinating, it's mostly because their nervous system is giving them signals. And For people who are easily get emotionally shut down themselves or getting overwhelmed, that is where the nervous system upgrade is very good for. Because your nervous system upgrades give you the space, and also in working with more clients. So when your nervous system is in good health, you're able to work with more and more clients. It's very wonderful how those things interact. So when your nervous system is calm, you're able to show up. When you're very stressed, you will easily shut down. And with this subject, there's also another point where you can look at. Because your clients, the clients you work with, it's not a coincidence. I mean, when you say, okay, universe, here am I, I'm going to show up. Who is looking for me, right? Who is looking for me? Who wants to work with me? And when you ask those questions, the universe immediately go and create interactions. Like it's creating dots. And that is something a lot of moments happen to me. Clients tell me, I don't know where you came from, but there you are, and I saw that, or I've read that, so here I am. And that's how it works, right? And it's very good for you when you come from the place of insecurity and low confidence, is to look at your past and look, who was I 1 year ago? Who was I 2 years ago? Who was I 5 years ago? And what changes did occur in me? What transformation did occur in me? And write it down. And sometimes some transformations take more time, take more effort, take more willing to deeper release, right? And you learned that time things about you, about your belief systems, and how you took care of that. And this is where your mastery is, because this is your zone of genius, I would call it. Because your clients who will feel a connection with you, it's not a coincidence. And that was something I really discovered in the beginning of my practice. And I only did giving readings with angel guards and angel healings. But when I started the reading, or I was talking with the people, and people share information, and I could always saw a link why those people got attracted to me. So what you experienced in your life, what you transformed, where you got wisdom about, that is where you can actually help your clients further. So that's where your zone of genius is. Sometimes people are not aware that they are trying to show up with a subject that is not really in their zone of genius. And you can ask a simple question to get awareness about. Is this mine? Is this something I embody? Am I ready? Right? Because I'm ready is also, am I embody it? So I give you an example about it. This May, I sensed an energy for a new creation. And I already talked about it in my trainings. And I sense the energy of working with family energy, family trauma energy. And I know I'm able to give those sacred activations. I mean, I know that. But to embody the spiritual work about it, I'm still working on it. So I perceived the energy of family trauma. And this year, I'm guided by the energy. And I'm going to follow some courses about it. And I'm diving very deep in the subject. So this is also when I would show up with the course, probably nobody would sign up because I'm not fully ready. I mean, I can give the energetics, but when you get questions, you must be able to help people further. And for a subjects like where does family trauma come from, etc., etc., I need to do some exploration. I need to do some development, and that's what I'm doing. So it's very funny because I know for sure that you also sense some energy. So you can hack this by asking the question: do I embody this product or this course or this type of session? Do I already embody this creation? And when you sense that the energy is still open and bubbly, mostly it's an energetic yes for you. So you're able to create it. In a way, I introduced the next sacred activation. It's about your life struggles. I call it the wounded healer. And the wounded healer is everybody got a part in their life where they have the most struggles, the most questions, and mostly it's the most pain. So for me, it's all about relationships. And I found out when I started to work on my relationships, my business thrived. I already found out that people want to talk with me about their relationships, especially in the beginning of my business. And on sometimes when I'm ready for opening a new part, I'm working on relationships. So the parts of your life where you experience the most struggle, there's also your biggest mastery. So where did you struggle with, and how did you resolve that for yourself, and what belief systems came up there, and where did you become aware of, and what did you do different to change it? And this is very important information for you if you have a business, because this is where your zone of genius is, because it's you. I mean, it's creating your life's work. So it's including you, and it's including your life struggles and how you mastered those. Awesome. I will do the last one, and then we'll go for a break. And after a break, we're going to do the sacred activations. The next sacred activation is your blind spot. And your blind spot is also about what action have I not taken yet? And what have I not done yet that if I know I will do it, I receive clients? So what I perceive by my clients is most of the times they create it in their head. They build their business in their head and creating the clients in their head. And in their head, everything is making sense, and they created a session. But I didn't bring it on earth, because sometimes it's created in spirit, created in head, but it's not. We're living here on earth, right? You can't. You have to bring it on earth, and you have to do the earthly things, the earthly action, to complete the whole process. So in your blind spot, mostly getting more clients is talking about what you can do for clients, is sharing with people you know, asking if they like it, if they would share it. Getting more clients is mostly pick up the phone and call some people. I've got a new session, or you can use, of course, another way to connect with people. But mostly it's those kind of actions you know in your heart that this will create the change you are looking for, but you didn't do it yet. So what's that for you? What now I came across another I perceived an energy start giving private sessions, example private sessions for the Dutch people. And that energy, that idea that came up, and a month later it came up, and a month later it came up. And then I said, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And it's the energy, it was a match. And those signs, those ideas were recurring. I mean, I sensed it for so many times. And then I said, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to start. And it wasn't perfect. No. And the second time wasn't perfect also. But the third time I thought, well, now we're going around, because I didn't know how to create a podcast and a private session for people. But I started doing it. And every time after every session, I thought, well, okay, next session, I'm going to think about that. Next session, I'm going to think about that when I'm going to record. So I think it's very time for taking a break. And after the break, we're going to run some activations. So I hope to see you.
Om Times TV. Do you want to go deeper into sacred activations, which is a subconscious metaprogramming process? Tamara Oviatt is inviting you to visit her website at tamaraoviatt.com to sign up and get lifetime access to 3 free activations that you can listen to anytime you want or as often as you need. If you like what Tamara does and like to incorporate sacred activations into your life, she also offers live webinars, masterclasses, and practitioners training to further support your healing, manifestations, and expansion. There are hundreds of activations on her website that address different aspects of your life: money, health, relationships, intuitive abilities, and more. Head over to her website at tamaraoviatt.com and experience the magic of sacred activations. Thank you for listening. Imagine becoming a super influencer. Reinvent yourself, invest in your brand, and then manifest your success with a robust spheric approach. Om Times Media and Broadcasting offers a unique and multifaceted way to become the spiritual and conscious influencer you deserve to be by putting your message across our powerful platform with its proven record of integrity and excellence. Through our produced shows, Om Times offers the opportunity to become a social media TV personality, a radio show host, an Om Times magazine columnist, and a syndicated podcaster, all in one shot. By live streaming your show on Om Times TV and broadcasting it across the extensive Om Times radio and TV networks, you become more than a host. You become an ambassador and a force for positive change. Om Times. Open yourself to the possibilities.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Yes, here I am. Glad to see you all. Welcome after the break. We were talking about getting more clients with sacred activations, and I was giving you some information about the sacred activation and some information how you can create clients yourself for your type of business. So the next one that came up was healer's power. And healer's power is a very powerful sacred activation. I wanted to say no. Did you experience in the past that you looked up to your teacher or felt that you couldn't rise above the modality, or where this energy also is running is in marketing level businesses? That is where people look to other people and think, I'm not able to do that. And I want you to remember, when you see something in another person, it's a reflection of your own soul. That is what it is. So instead of putting yourself down with the reflection, you can rise yourself up to take ownership. Take fully ownership that you can only be aware, perceive something in another when it's a part of you. And that is how it works. So when you take ownership of the reflection, you can use it to build up your confidence, like I told you before. Healer's power is a sacred activation. It will discreate all those kind of belief systems that you're not be able to grow beyond your teacher, the modality, the business, whatever it is where you are part of. And it's very powerful because it discreates contracts and vows. And sometimes there are hidden contracts. So when you say, I am a teacher of blah, 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 in the contract, there is said, and everything that is said is kind of energetic limitation. And after running this energy, I became aware that some clearing techniques didn't work anymore. I couldn't perceive the energy anymore. So it's a very beautiful sacred activation. If you want this, you can also find it in Tamara's website. Most of the sacred activations are there too. Falling down the ladder. This is a very big one. And I choose to run this energy before I give my teacher. Because sometimes it's a conscious choice to show up in your power. And sometimes I'm so aware of reading people's energies. I'm so aware of reading the room that I can sense everything. And I really needed to build the muscle to stay in my power, to show up in my power. And falling down the ladder, it's one of my favorite sacred activations because it's all about that. It's staying in your own vibration and not lowering yourself down. And this is not something to look at with judgment, like vibrate higher. And sometimes there is a lot of judgment energy involved in that. And that is not how I want to address it. Falling down the ladder is where you subconsciously make yourself smaller. Make yourself smaller to be heard. Making yourself smaller, downing your voice, downing your message. And it's all falling down the ladder. This is very interesting energy. And understand how it on soul level works, right? Healers are able to address higher frequency to people. So the people can meet up, and it's not meant the way around. So you lower your frequency to meet up the lower frequency situation about your client. And when you work as a healer, you always need to vibrate higher in the moment. So most of you have learned techniques, and most of the time when you dive into the energy, it's also a good one. So falling down the ladder is for you not minimizing you in all kind of form. Yes, and it's look like Poppy syndrome too, and imposter syndrome is the next one on my list. So thank you, Leonard, for that one. Yes, guys, the imposter syndrome is a big one. I can't recall the percentage, but I thought that 80 to 90% of the people sometimes experience imposter syndrome. So even successful people experience imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is about you believing you're a fraud, and you're afraid that if people know the truth or know about your flaws, that you're not real, that you're a fraud. It's a very big fraud energy, and it's not very easy to show up fully when you think you're a fraud. So I hope you understand my my Dutch slang. And the imposter syndrome, I've got some hints for you, some clues for you. The imposter syndrome can show up when you sense, after giving your clients a few sessions, that your client doesn't need your sessions anymore. Then the fraud came up because you want to help. And I can say it's normal that people come. It's normal that people go. And it's also normal that people come back. I do have clients that come back after 2 years, after 3 years, after 4 years. When they sense, okay, she's got something for me, and they come back. So it's totally normal. It's a natural wave of clients coming in and coming out. And it is, it's a sign that you did your job well. Okay, so you're not an imposter. You helped your client. When you are feeling not ready, not prepared, not energetically high enough, that is where the imposter syndrome can show up. So look for yourself where not everything will resonate with you. Another one, a very big one, is when people do not have the same results as you. So you work with clients and they don't get the same results as you in that moment. Then you can feel like a fraud. Like you didn't do your work good enough. And if other people find out that it doesn't work, and you can't compare people. I mean, you can't compare bodies, you can't compare systems, you can't compare nobody. And it's your only responsibility to show up and give all you have in the moment that you can give. Imposter syndrome can show up when you have too much work. When you say yes to too many things, and then you get overwhelmed. And when you make a mistake and doubt that you can take leadership with it. It's also, so these are all signs where imposter syndrome for you can show up, the program of imposter syndrome. So I'm very happy that we're going to remove that system from your hard drive. So I want to run the energy. So I'm going to introduce the last two sacred activations. Very fun. First of all, we're going to start or end with the glass ceiling. And the glass ceiling sacred activation is really, really, really magnificent. And the glass ceiling sacred activation, I heard Tamara say, and it did flip my universe 180 degrees. Like when there's a glass ceiling, you're always going back to older versions of you. And when the glass ceiling is open, broken, scattered, how you want to perceive it, you get access to a new version of you. And that this is where transformation always about. This is where it's always getting access to new parts of you, a new way of thinking, a new belief systems, new behavior, new things. Because I don't know how to translate it, but it's the saying of Einstein. You can't do things all over again the same time, the same things over and over again, and expect that it will change. And this is what the glass ceiling will create for you. And last, but very not least, beautiful people, commitment. Commitment is almost like a key of creation manifestation. And commitment is the willingness to do everything what's required to create the clients you like to work with. And it's the commitment. I'm going to do this. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to give up. It is really the commitment what will give you access to the success. So whatever falls back you did experience, never ever give up. So okay, guys, are you ready? I'm very happy to give you these sacred activations. So and hoping that I could bring over the possibilities with sacred activations. And it's so easy to make this a part of your business and to show up and to help your clients shift their belief systems and really, really, really create miracles. And last but not least, the second last but not least, and then I'm going to do an energy. When you start working with sacred activations, and the only thing you need to do is show up, ask creator, ask universe, what kind of sessions, what type of sessions, who are my clients, who is looking for me, and the energy. And the only thing you have to be is show up for private sessions. After 20 private sessions, make notes of your private sessions. Be aware of the belief systems that came up in the sessions, because that is where you help your clients with this is the foundation of creating your business. It's your zone of genius. And that's why I love working with clients, because what their ask is a reflection of what I'm able to create. And that's why I love working with clients. It's wonderful. So now we're really going to do the energy. So you're ready? You can close your eyes. Open your heart. Make a connection with Mother Earth. Please focus on all the thoughts, feeling, emotions that came up during this information. What's stopping you? What's stopping you in creating your business, receiving more clients? Where have you created glass ceilings? Glass ceilings in creating your business. Glass ceilings in receiving more clients, asking for more clients. Glass ceilings in creating money, asking money for your sessions. Where does that energy show up for you? Where did you create glass ceilings? The healer's power. Where did you subconsciously give your power away? working with the system, working with the modality, multi-marketing level, teacher. The imposter syndrome. Where does that fraud energy come up for you? In what situation? Let's unmask the imposter. So you become fully aware of it. Getting your mojo back. What is your mojo? It's where you're very passionate about. What's hidden in your blind spot? The blind spot of creating. blind spot of asking questions. But do you subconsciously know if you will do it, take action on it, will create the clients who are waiting for you? Receiving the nervous system upgrade to give you more space in your body. For some of you, what power are you hiding? Stop hiding your power. Commitment. And a confidence upgrade. It's the confidence and your worthiness, sacred activation. So how much more confidence are you able to get access to? We just created so many programs from your hard drive. Scattered the glass ceilings. And falling down the ladder. It's safe for you to stay in your high vibration. And all these programs will shift for you. This will work for you. And you can receive the integration with ease and grace, or with Godspeed if you like. If you want it now, you can move very fast. Yes. Sacred energy is leaving your body. It's taking you back to the heart and consciousness of Mother Earth. Please dive in her loving energy, her grounding energy. And if you're ready, you can open your eyes and continue your day, rising, shining, creating more clients. Holy Moses. Phew. And remember, all the belief systems that come up in your awareness is being erased. It's being deleted. It's not you. It was not you. Awesome. Please let us know. Please let us know in the Facebook group what came up, what shifted, where you became aware of. Please share with other people. Please share. And really, in the core, the only thing you have to do is asking for more clients. So please put that on your routine list. Make it a habit to ask every day more clients. Who is looking for me for me, for my vibration and what I have to offer in this world. Awesome. Yeah. And of course, thank you, Tamara, for this unbelievable modality. And I'm so grateful to be a teacher and part of your journey, and that I can share it with all the Dutch speaking people. So thank you very much. See you again. And please share in the Facebook group. Yeah. The recording will be next week, so you can find it.